All right, guys, we're about to start in 1 minute. 1 minute countdown. So at 7 o'clock, I'm gonna start. So everybody's here. Be great. It'll take some time to start getting people in. They're still trying to figure out how to get here, but we'll work on it. So, all right. Hey, Mary. Hey, Sarah Potenza. Hey, Sarah. What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, in 1 minute. We're going to start in 1 minute. So people are going to start probably twinkling here softly. All right, it's 7 p.m. Woo-hoo! All right, you guys, I am A.Melo. If you guys don't know who I am, let me give you a little rundown. I am a gold medalist photographer and artist. I've been doing photography since the age of 15. And I am kind of the only one in the world that decided to do glass and paint and color changing at one time. When I was 15 years old, I started on the Polaroid. Polaroid, took a picture, and I fell in love with photography. Since then, my photography's been evolving. But I also see a lot of my fellow photographer friends, their studios closing. So when the studios close, I say, you know, what else can I do to help them keep the studios open? How else can I help them empower themselves to keep the studios going, not to close down the studios? So I've been developing this technique for a while now. I started painting. So one of my photos in 2012, I was in a national competition, and it was called Carousel Dreams. It is actually two carousel horses, and they have paint coming out of it. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So what I did was, I had a cat, and the cat was on a fish tank, and he flipped over the light, and I saw my painting just come to life. I thought, I was like, wow, you know. So I decided to mess with that. So I started adding a little bit different colors and Photoshop and all that stuff, and created different worlds, but still something missing. So I started doing was, you know what? Let's do something else. I was driving in a car, and I had one of those hanging glass prismas, and I saw the rainbow hit it. So a couple years ago, I was at the Harvard Extension School online, and I was learning about a little bit about nano, and I kept on doing my research on nano and glass. So if you guys know what nanotechnology is, it's a coating, it's like kind of like a ceramic coating. It's actually microscopic glass. It's also fused. They do so many things with nano. It's like beyond microscopic. So I started messing with glass and started adding glass to my paints, but still wasn't enough. So I started adding color and started changing colors. Next thing you know, every stroke I did was, hey, that's one color. Hey, that's something else. But when the glass was in it and the light hit it, it started doing these effects. The light started changing. I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. How about if I can make it to 3D? So throughout the last couple of years, I've been developing more intense and more intense and intense. I grabbed glass, and I learned that every single glass has a different type of color. The grays give my tones, my pigments, a little bit darker tones. The less light hits it, so my colors pop more. The brighter the colors, the whiter the glass is, man, the more vibrant it looks. I start adding in 3D now. I start adding 4 or 5 different colors to make one of my colors. Next thing you know, I have these things just float. Now, when you get a photo from me, an art print from me, you know what you're gonna expect. So tonight I'm gonna paint live and show you kind of a little bit of my technique. I can't give away all my secrets now, but I'm gonna go a little bit live and kind of like, you know. But I think we also have a special guest here. Her name is Sarah Potenza. And how I met Sarah was, there's a cruise every year called Melissa Etheridge Cruise. If you guys know who Melissa Etheridge is, she is an amazing rock artist. She gets all these artists together. Now, Sarah Potenza, you know, there's a lot of artists on there. There was Sonia Lee, Chris Borisok, Melissa Crispo. There was Joan Osborne. All these people were there, you know. And I love every single artist. Delta Ray. I love everybody that was on there. But I love to listen to the background, you know, the stories and behind the scenes. So I kind of, you know, and my manager Mary, she was actually in our room with us. At that time, she wasn't my manager yet. And Mary's going down the hall, and Mary sees Sarah Potenza's door open. And Mary goes into the room and starts talking. Next thing you know, she goes, hey, you're Bleep Potenza. And next thing you know, they were like amazing. And that is kind of cool because when you're a musician or you have a status, you know, an artist, musician, celebrity, no matter who you are, you have some type of status. And to be genuine and humble to someone that's a complete stranger and be opening and kind, that's kind of cool, you know? So throughout the cruise, I kept on, you know, watching. I met Tanya. I like all these people. I sat down and watched Sarah once by the poolside. And man, the vocals on Sarah is just amazing. You could see it on TV. She was on The Voice, and it was pretty cool. But to see it live, the power of that voice was so amazing. So I said, hey, listen, I'm an artist. I'm Alex. And, I was quick on it. I said, I want to do something special for you. And every year I do different art pieces from different artists on the cruise. So the first piece I did was actually Miss Potenza, the one that's behind me. So she was singing, and all of a sudden she hit a note, and she's just leaning back, and one shot, black and white, out of camera, perfect. But I asked her, "What are your colors?" She says, "Well, anything 80s. 80s is cool. I like different colors." So I started to get different type of glasses. I came home, and my back's been pretty bad, so I kind of been thinking of different glasses around the house, and I went and break green glass. And my wife is very, very accepting of what I do. So, Miss Potenza is live here, so make sure you ask her questions. Ask her about her music, ask her about herself. So, I take glass, and I crush it. So I use for Miss Potenza. It's kind of cool. She's in the 80s, and she's very powerful, and she has a strong message. She has a lot of videos. Please listen to her music. But her I want something different. Life has mirrors. We look in the mirrors, one thing, we can portray one thing, and then something else. But what if when the mirror breaks, it's still the same person? And the messages, that she has, she empowers women. She has these videos, and it's like, hey, you know what? I do this for myself. I mean, it's just amazing. So what I did was I took a mirror. Okay, let me show you guys what I did. Let me see if I can show you guys. This is actually a mirror. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see it, but this is a mirror that I took. So this is a whole glass right here of mirror. I don't know if you guys can see. So this is a mirror, and it's not a regular mirror either. It has actually a mirror, believe it or not, has a paper in the back. A film. Sometimes it has green, sometimes it has white, sometimes it has chrome. So I was looking for all these mirrors, and I broke it up, and I'm like, nah. So finally I got it's an old one, and the old ones have a white paper. So I went and smashed it up, and what I do is I have 5 levels of glass. So every single level that I have is different. So that's the first one you saw is level 5. Okay, this is actually like big. Okay, so let me show you guys that. That is actually big glass. Okay, the next glass that I have, then I continue smashing it, so it becomes almost like a fine powder. Let me see. You guys see a little bit there. Okay, this is all glass. Then it becomes almost a little bit less, and then the last one becomes almost like a powder. This is actually, I don't know if you guys can see it. It's almost like a powder. Like the sand you used to walk on the beach with. That's glass, believe it or not. All right. Down a little bit. All right, so let me show you how I make my colors. So when I first start painting, let me show you guys my palette a little bit. Let me see you guys see. That's my layout, okay? As you guys can see, I got 2 of these prints, okay? This right here is my proofing print, which is the first one I run off the machine. That particular print is what I use to test the colors, for a tour van. Hey, Sarah, thank you for watching, man. And the good thing is I'm recording this, so you guys can watch the DVR. You can share it later on. But this is actually the first print. You guys can see the color coordinations on here. It has a strip. So this is number 0. This is my personal one. And this is where I do my test colors on and make sure the colors are right. And this is the one that I'm giving with Sarah Potenza. Number 1 is always given to the artist. And then there's always 5 in the world. All right, so let me show you guys a little bit of this right here. Let me see. Like I said, you're in my house right now, so I'm actually painting from my living room. So I take my colors, and I put my colors. These are 5. There's 3 colors in this pink, okay? Because I know she wanted something pink. See that? Different colors in there. Okay, that's 1. I'm using hot pink. Miss Potenza, she likes the 80s. This has 3 colors in it. Okay, there's yellows. And then I got some greens in here. All right. I got a little extra special, a little bit of special love in here. I'll tell you what that is in a minute. And now, in the 80s and all that, I think purple is one very smooth and very powerful color. A lot of people love purple. So this purple has 6 different purples to create this one purple. Right, I'm going to mix them up. You guys see what all this does. All right. So what I do is, it starts with a photo. This is the original photo that I took of her. Saying that I took. Okay, that's Miss Potenza right there on the cruise, on the beach side. So that's actually, not the beach side, sorry, pool side. So that's actually the original photo. Then I take it to Photoshop. I've been doing Photoshop for over 30 something years when Photoshop started coming out back in 1999, around there, 2000. So 18 years, sorry, 18 years. So I've been messing with it. So I have a board on here, and I paint it in a. Now, like, I do my own printing. I have Epson archival inks. I got 5 machines here in the house, all sizes, and I do my own T-shirts, my own hats, all that stuff. So when you're an artist and you can print your own stuff, okay, it is amazing because if you don't like the colors, you can throw it out and make a new one. But also is also giving the value to a client, meaning that I know my colors are always gonna be right, my profile is always gonna be right. I know that the material I use is always gonna be something that's always made for me. The material I'm using is actually a canvas which has a 400 up to 400-year museum archival. The ultra chrome inks are Epson's, high intensity, and they do change colors. It's kind of cool. And then so let's start painting. Miss Potenza is here. And my mirror glass. Well, you know what? Every single piece that I do, every single piece that I do with glass, every single glass is different. You know what I'm saying? Every glass that I use per print, per art, like all the glass that I made for you, all this glass that I grind, will actually be for the 5 pieces. And that's it. I combine enough paint for 5 pieces. I combine enough glass for 5 pieces. So in other words, after these 5 pieces are out and I give them to Ms. Potenza, that's it. So this particular glass, I'm never going to find it again. I mean, I have another piece, but to get to this, it's different. You cannot duplicate this. So that makes me unique. So I'm going to start painting now. And as you guys see, before I paint, let me show you guys the concept of light. The original piece right here. This little piece right here. I'm going to shut off the light for a minute. All right, so that's what it looks like in the house. If you have a picture in the house with a little bit of sunset, you know, like right now it's 7:15 in our house. So check this out. This is what it looks like with a light. Okay, her glasses come out, the microphone comes out, and all the highlights come out. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm trying to show you that the light is a little too hot. But she will change colors in light, and as I paint, things are going to change. All right. The pigments that I use, I actually make my own color pigments. You can get most of your pigments online, but you know, these are all acrylics. They say it takes 4 colors to make one of mine. The way I start mixing my stuff, see, take a brush, start mixing it. You know, so feel free to ask questions. She can't seem to get the live broadcast. Well, I'm gonna record this anyways. I hope you guys can see it. You know, if you're not logged in, you're actually Miss Gloria. You're actually live right now. Miss Sarah Potenza, she is in the chat room with us. Few ask questions about her. Hey, Miss Sarah, can you tell me a little bit about your music? Tell me about your new songs coming out, and you know, if you can, I know you're a tour bus, and she's actually watching all this. So please feel free to ask her questions. She is in the room with us. And also how to follow your music. So here goes the first stroke. And what I do is, I ain't afraid to mess with the colors, you know, how I want them. And how do I start? I just start stroking away. I start normally, I know what, I start with the end, and the end is the beginning. Like right now, I'm just doing you know, when I do my base is actually my brighter colors. So yeah, like I said, you guys can feel free to ask, you know, questions. And let's see. Hey Google, play Sarah Potenza.
All right, playing Sarah Potenza on Pandora.
All right, hopefully you won't get in trouble for fake music. So my base color is the color that's going to be mainly more brighter, and that's the one that's going to really pop through everything else. You know, and I met Potenza. She's awesome, and I talked to her for a little bit, you know, and I've seen her interact online, and she's awesome with her fans, you know. So. All right, so let's see. Like I say, Google likes to play his own station, so. This is number one, and this is called artist proof, meaning that I printed it and ready to go. So if you get an artist proof for me, an artist proof means that it will be coming out. You know that you will get it. You know, like only 5 of them in the world. Depending also, you know what the artist wants to do with them. Some artists give it to charity, some artists give it for yourself. Number one is always the most important to me because you know I normally have a person that do it for online with me so to see the painting for live. Right? Let's see. So let's see, Sarah Potenza. All right, ask questions, you guys. This base right here, you guys can see this color right here. It's kind of cool. This is something else with some strokes I put into the picture that I want, if I want something to stand out. Like I said, the way I see this is a whilst I'm painting is I know what I want to do in the outside. I know what I want it to look like. You know, what do I want to stand out, you know? Like I say, I know my final product was going to be. And the problem is that nobody knows what they're going to get from me. And it does change colors throughout the day and night. So, like I say, nobody knows what they're going to get from this. All right. All right, Ms. Potenza, tell me about your music. I know you're driving right now. Where are you headed out to? Tell me about your tour days or something like that. She is in the room with us. She might go in and out, you know, because she is on the road. So, all right. So this is the first base. You guys ready for this? Check this out. All right, which one? All right, so this is the first coat I just did. All right, check it out. All right, so now you guys see a little bit more. Now you guys can see it. I'll probably bring the camera a little bit later after I'm done. So she's actually lighting up. You see it? So you guys saw this is just what I did. That's his first base. All right. All right. So that's microscopic glass on there. See? So that's just the first coat. Thank you guys. All right. Next one. So let's see the next one. At times I might just sit down because my back is a little bit messed up. So I'm sorry if you guys see me a little bit like sitting down or moving out of the picture a little bit. Thank you guys. I'm so speechless right now. This is so cool to watch. For my music, you inspire women to be brave. Take up space, let go of shame in your body. Yes. Hey, baby, my wife's on here. Ms. Potenza, yes, I listen to some of your music and I love it. I like the one that you did, the most recent one, and it's pretty badass lyrics. I love it. All right, so this is the purple. All right, I know you guys can see the purple. All right, so what's cool about this purple is, all right, this is glass. All right, glass, purple. You see this? I'm pouring glass into this. Okay. Now, hey Google, mute music. And the problem is that Google hears music in the background, they will mute my video. Okay. My wife's going to give me a little bit of wine, so because my back is always on fire. She loves mine. She loves me. All right, so then this is regular modeling paste. Okay, you guys know what modeling paste is. Here in Sebastian, Florida, there's actually an article. This is modeling paste. Okay, so stick it in there, make it real nice and thick. There's actually an artist that I really admire here. Her name is Vicky Lara. She actually paints with credit cards and paints with crazy stuff. I took her class and she actually put me into the palette knife. Okay, so all right. All right, so we got everybody. Where are you all from? Let me know where you're all from. You know, and How do you find this? You know, let me know where you're from. But Miss Potenza's here. Ask her questions. She always likes people asking her questions. You know. By the way, this is my cup. My little minions. Miss Potenza, she's actually in the room. She is on the road, but she's actually in the chat room with us. So feel free to ask her questions. You know, if you guys are fellow fans, you know, she's pretty cool. She's pretty laid back. It's a very, very heartwarming to her fans. I'm still mixing this a little bit. All right, so we do a little bit of kind of like here. So yeah, gives a little bit of texture to it. Like I said, every painting I do is different. I do take commissions, but I said once in a while I like to do, you know, I said I do something like this for different artists. You know, somebody like and I do donate them. You know, I do donate sometimes to charities. You know, all over the place. So if an artist has a charity and they, hey Alex, you know, I want to donate something to somebody, let me know. Okay, so when I do with glass, it's kind of interesting. I go through a lot of brushes. I cannot buy any expensive brushes because I will go through them. The ends, like this brush, by the end of the night, it won't be good no more. I don't know if you guys can see this. Then this painting, let's say, will change colors. Like right now, like I said, I wish you guys could see this. You know, it does change colors. It's pretty badass. So if you own one of my pieces, you know that this is what you're getting. All right? Cool? All right, so hey, Mary. Not sure everyone's watching. How we get into live channels. I'm sure you all watching. All right, so like I say, ask questions. You know, Miss Potenza's on here. You know, she's on here and ask me questions about my art, photography, about life. You know, I'll be on here for another 30 minutes, maybe. I came in a minute or two. I'm not sure what you're painting on. Okay, painting on. This is actually a canvas. I'm actually painting on a canvas. The backboard is just a regular board. My prints, I never, ever, ever do canvas wrapped on my prints. Why? Because I paint with glass. You know, I will be painting with glass. What I mean right now, I just added glass to this. This is my paint. There's glass in here. I just poured, for those who missed it, just poured a little bit of glass in there. So now just like, well, I have a little bit of strokes all over it. I'm a little bit crazy, you know, a little bit of purple to accent it. Like I said, she says anything 80s, so you know, purples, greens, teals, and all that. So I'll probably add some more colors to this, you know, to give more access to it. All right. So my purple is kind of done. The way I lay out my palette is I put them in color as I go along. So, hi, Carlo. Hi, Gloria. Wait. Yes. By the way, Miss Potenza, you will get this, Carol. Okay, first I thought it was a shirt front. Now it main question made for the glass. I didn't make sense from the shirt. Ouch. All right. All right, for those that came in late, I'm sorry. Let me go through this real quick. Okay, like I said, we might go a bit longer than 8 o'clock because everybody wants to hang out. This is not a shirt. This is actually a canvas print, printed on canvas. We start with a photo. I do more art on it. Do Photoshop, and this comes in. So, yes, Miss Sarah, you'll be getting this print. This is yours. Number 1 is always yours. All 5 prints are yours. So, all I have is my personal one. So, my personal one, I'll just give me, put it for my wall. So okay, so now I like this microphone, right? Because it's probably pretty cool. But I want it to stand out a little bit, so I want it to be three-dimensional. So when I make my glass, I do big glass, big chunk like this, okay? See, that's big glass. That's all mirror. That's a mirror, okay? So the next one, so I'm actually going to add this glass, okay? And to put this glass is kind of insanely hard. It does stick on there. Once it's on there, I do seal it. So I'm going to start putting this on there. Now, I did put some paint underneath it, so that's how I color my glass. So this is glass. Okay, let me show you guys this. This is glass and paint. Okay, this is glass. Okay, so this is how I apply the glass. That's all pure mirror. We say since that's how I put it on. And that's all on there already. See it? So now what happens is it will actually glitter with glass. Now I say I do make 5 times the level of glass. You can hear the glass falling as I put it on. This is actually mirror. And every single piece that I do with this is different. I do crush my own glass. I know I don't use any type of machine. What I use is totally different. It is not an easy process. Yes, I have cut my hand several times doing this. And the funny thing is, when I approach an artist and I see them, hey, listen, I'm Alex. I want to do a painting. Yeah, sure. And they're, brushing me off, And then they're like, oh, wow, oh, shit, you're Alex, yeah. They actually could hear the glass on the canvas. Now I hand select every single piece of glass for every single art piece. The one behind me right now, the one right up there, that's actually it was actually raffled off at on the cruise for Livy Legacy. The owner of that piece is actually, her name is Wendy, and I asked her, hey, listen, what are your favorite colors? What do you like? She said, I like this, I like this, I like this. So. All right, let's see. Oh God, it's like diamonds, like your song. Wow. Yes, kiss your hands and hug your hands. Yeah, what? No, Tommy. You guys, So yes, Miss Sarah Potenza, she is live with us on the room. So it is like diamonds. When I'm done with it, it will look better than diamonds. And so I have some stuff coming up here. It all starts with the picture. Now, a lot of people say, hey, Alex, you know what? What made you do this? Well, like I said, I was a photographer, and I see a lot of studios closing. This, obviously, it's all glass. All right, Miss Potenza, I'm going to add your little sparkle. Put your little sparkle in your life. She is live with us in the room. And say, if you want to ask her questions, please feel free to ask her questions. Hey, Ms. Potenza, you had a recent song, and I like about it's about, there's a video. It's a young girl in a house. All right, I'll let you explain that one, I make your microphone a little bit glittery there. The reason I do not do my canvas wraps on my artists, because the reason is that they tend to, the glass, also the print, the paints that I use, believe it or not, you guys seen after so many years, the paints actually crack. Well, because the air gets into it. And I studied the fact that if air gets into, or moisture gets into paint, it tends to break, Yes, I know sparkles. Well, I don't know if you can see the sparkles right now. All right. We got some more reds. All right. All right, so let's add some teal to this. Some more. Let's add a little bit of teals. This is some teal that I made up. This actually has three different ocean colors. Even though the pictures don't have teal on it, I'm gonna throw some teal in there, do a little bit of a blend on there. That's it. I'll probably add more to this later on as we go along. So, check this out. Okay, this paint right here is actually, believe it or not, is actually 3 types of paints. And I did this in an art class. Oh, don't do that. That's not right. Well, guess what? When I put it on thin, all right, now you guys can see the color changing. See that? How it changes. So this one, a little bit on here. Just a little bit of this to get some retro effects. Now, I do have a fellow business partner of mine, Ellen Neubauer. She does all my framing. Also, me and her partner up to do these guitars. But she's an amazing wood artist, and and I believe in her. She is amazing. When I partner up with somebody or I do something with somebody, it means it's a lot for me to do something like that because, uh, I only select people that that I put my faith in and stuff like that. Um, so I talked to Ellen and hey Ellen, let's make these guitars. A friend of mine, Mary, for the cruise, said, hey Alex, you and you and you should put art on guitars. So I started making these art guitars behind me. So Ellen is a hell of a woodworker. She is a master woodcrafter. So when I do my pictures like this, she's the only one in the world that I allow to actually frame my stuff with my signature on it. She has my signature. She can actually burn the certificate back because why? She knows literally how to work with my art and also how to make it, you know, make it, making the glass stay on. Oops. Not too far down. She knows how to keep my glass on. She knows how to make stuff, put my signature on it. She can actually, they will uphold the value also of my prints. So if you ever need something framed, she's the one to use a lot for my art. She's also the one that does my framing, and we also do the guitars together. So that guitar right there called Endangered. The endangered eyes right there, that's actually for grabs, and that was actually taken at the rescue. So yeah, so that's actually something we built together. What I'm doing now, I'm doing a little bit of accenting for my colors. And then comes a big, big glass. So. All right, Ms. Potenza, are you still there? Where are you based at? I'm actually based in Sebastian, Florida. But I do travel, do travel everywhere. I do teach this particular technique. I do come to seminars. So somebody wants to come see what I do, or you want to send me a piece, I actually can work and do something for you. Say send me a photo, and I get with you and I collaborate. What you want done. But I do ask to please have the photo own. You can own your photos, or if you want me to come and do a session, I do a session of you, and then I do an art piece of it. So I am based out of Sebastian, Florida right now. I have a beautiful wife, which encourages all my craziness. Yeah, now you hear in the background, that's her.
No, I'm not making sure the girls are good.
Yeah, the girls are chilling, baby. All right, so. As it is, see the end of this. All right, you're seeing that pretty good. All right, so this is all glass, you guys. This is all paint with glass. All right, Potenza, I got a little special love for you. You're unique, and being unique, I also play with silver and metals. You guys can tell I wear a lot of silver or metals. So I take metal shavings and I create something like this. So I'll actually be putting some metal shavings on your paintings, come silvers and some pretty cool metals in here. And what's kind of cool is when the glass and the metal combine lights, they actually charge painting. And I'll show you what that means in a minute. So check this out, you guys. So I take some big old brush, all right? Ms. Potenza, I hope you can see this. So all types of metals in here, silver and holographic flakes and pretty cool stuff. It started with an artist singing on the stage. That photo. An amazing artist at that. All right. As I keep on turning, I can see it changing colors here. I know you guys can't see it. I'll show you guys in a minute what it does. And it does look pretty badass. I'm going to say that for sure. The power of a voice. Let's just check it into the tongue. Missing the silver paint. All right, so is Sarah checking into a hotel right now? She's checking into a hotel. Okay, so I'll wait. All right, ask me questions, you guys. All right, so ask me questions, you guys. I'm going to stop for a minute. So I'll ask you guys questions. All right, let's see what questions we have. Okay, let's see. Yes, I'm on Sebastian, Florida. What is everybody's life? Yes. Ellen is freaking awesome. Yes, Ellen is amazing. I love Ellen. That is what everything was about your wife. That is what the Christian passion. Yes, that is true. Let's see, metallic looking. Was the mixture of metals and glass and kind of 20 different types of glass and accents and all that. So I'll wait till she let me know when she gets back in, so I can really, really, really show her something pretty badass. Right. So let me know. So you guys are in Seattle. Where's her tour dates coming up, Miss Carla? Where's she going next besides Seattle? Let's see. Because I'm sorry to turn off the music, if not, YouTube will tell me like artist rights and all that. So they'll flag me for it and they'll take me till it off. Let's see. All right, so let me know when she's back on, and I'll kind of like give her a little bit of I won't turn off the lights yet until she comes back. So a little bit more about what else I do with this whole, coming up with this concept. There's a lot of artists in the industry, a lot of new musicians, and then people understand how much it costs to be a musician or how much to be an artist. What I mean by that is, there's artists, you can talk about travel time, you talk about fees, art, talk about studio time, musicians, She's going to Canada. Hey, Canada, whoop, whoop. Canada's pretty cool. I heard it's pretty fun out there, So let's see. All right, be Canada, California, or maybe California. Through this to say SEA. Hey, you never know. It could be Cali. You never know. All right, so all right. Let me know when she comes back in. And I will go on here and show her some pretty cool stuff afterwards. So yeah, when you see a musician, people say, hey, you know what? I wanna, you go to YouTube and get their stuff. Make sure you support the artists. Because painting or music or something like that does cost some, to put on. The studio time is expensive. You talk about studio time engineers. You talk about when you're on the road, talk about gas, food, clothing. It's a lot. So please support your artists as a musician, art. Maybe your local art club, visit them. Photographers. The reason I started doing all this stuff and doing painting this is because the photography is not what it used to be. Photography before, you could charge a lot. Mr. California, Mr. now again. So yeah, photography is not what it used to be. People are saying, hey, you know what? Do a photo shoot for me, $500, and and give my pictures on a CD unedited. Okay, easy enough. They do the photos and they do their own editing and all that. So it does change the industry some. So when you have a musician like Sarah or like other musicians, there's God, I could just throw like a names. I could throw like all my stuff. Like, there's from Florida, the Florida girls. You talk about Nelly, Georgia Randall, Kelly Neff, Kelly Neff, Melissa Crispo, Lisa Noel, Sade. There's so many. I could start answering. In Georgia, you got Sonia Lee, you got Kaiser, you have, these are the upcoming artists that are out there. You have Mr. Chris Blue. All these people I've listened to and seen them. They make me put my camera down. Just hearing their vocals, just wow. When I saw Delta Ray 3 years ago, they were amazing. I was like, oh my god, do blow my mind. I saw them again on the cruise. I just put my camera down and just listen to them. There's so many great artists out there. Do not be afraid to change change the dial on Amazon or Google Play, explore new people. I'm always posting on my Facebook upcoming artists. Feel free to listen to them. Because they also have to make a living. And honor them. 99 cents. Okay, you spend 99 cents on a candy bar nowadays. Take 99 cents and buy a song to support the artist. So let's see, kind of right or left. There is a Windsor, California, very corner. I like it when people use mixed media on their piece as well. This is totally different. Mixed media, yes, it's called mixed media. This technique, no one else has come up with it. People have painted before with glass beads, or they use stained glass. But to put glass in their pigments, the way I'm doing, you actually get to see what this does in a minute. How this changes. So I'm waiting for Miss Sarah to get back online. And every single piece here, you'll see it here. But when I show off the lights, it could be totally different, totally like it becomes another piece. And there's a couple more surprises that I will let Miss Sarah Potenza. When I show off the lights now, you'll see what this does. But this particular piece, I made it where when you look at it at different times, different lights, it will change on you. So it's not, you look at one angle is one thing, you look at an angle is another thing, you look at it up with one thing, look at down a different thing. You sit on a couch and the TV hits it, it changes completely. So I made it where it's a unique piece, and I personalize every single piece to what I feel about the person. So it's not like, okay, now, you get a commission piece and it's like, okay, I've tried all that. And there's a lot of great artists out there in the industry, a lot. So I like it when people do this. Yep, I am totally outside the box. I'm everywhere, running everywhere. So let's see. We'll wait for Miss Potenza to come back on. Let's see. Then we'll be, and I'll probably get a little bit more Q&A, and then I'll give you guys a little bit of rundown about these particular pieces behind me. More about these real quick. But yeah, support your artists. Support musicians. Support by going to a local bar, watching them play. If you live only 5 minutes and it's a day, on a Saturday, you're not doing nothing, so watch TV, shut off the TV, and go see them at a bar. Or if you're just turn on the radio and hey, listen, Spotify or CD Baby or Amazon. Amazon right now is crazy. Prime has all these music on there. Even in YouTube, you click on the YouTube videos, they have monetary gains on them. That 1 penny adds up. 100 clicks is $1. So that one, it does make a difference to them. Same goes with the artists. There are a lot of local artists, especially in my area. There's great artists that I love following. I teach at the Sebastian Art Club, but also at the Sebastian Art Club, there's a gallery. There's a lot of great artists. I mean, there's speed painters. There's just amazing. And on the cruise, I met a lot of great artists, and they all had their own little techniques. They all had their own little things, and because they're not the norm, they're like me, they're outside the box. People always just deal into, oh, well, you're not valuable, or, I'm not going to buy your pieces, or guess what? If you know the fundamentals of art, you can break the rules. So how do you transfer the images to the canvas? I have my own printer. I have a 44-inch printer, Epson archival ink machine at my house. I also have a lot of printers here, and I keep on adding to them because I do print not just canvas prints. I do shirts, mugs, hats. I do my own printing, on everything. So I have quality control on my stuff. When I used to do graphics, I learned how to learn if you have control of your own printing. Okay, when you send stuff out to Walmart or Walgreens or Sam's, or in a print house, you could print 10 of those, and guess what? It's going to change every time because the machines are not calibrated or not profiled correctly. So I have my particular canvas that's made, to my specs. I have my machine calibrated to every single profile that I want. So no matter what, I could do probably 100 of these, and they all look the same. Now the painting part of it will not be the same. So, Sarah, I'm back. Hey, but I have to get dressed and run to the venue. Okay, cool. All right, but I got the live. All right, so real quick, before you leave there, Sarah, hold on, real quick. So let me show you this. All right, this is what it looks like in the dark. Right, you guys check this out. How many of you guys can see it? That's what it looks like in the dark. All right. Now what happens is after I take off the light off of it, all the purples went away, all the blues went away. All you see is the pink, the power of woman, the glass and silver is on there, and then that happens. It stays lit up. You guys see it one more time? Let me see if I can come closer. Let's see. Let's see if I can come closer. All right. Like I said, I'm sorry, you guys. This is not. Are you guys ready? Here's 1, 2, 3, and that is off. All right. So it does change with light, and then the microphone, all that glass is on there. It actually shimmers, and that's all silver and pieces of metals on the edges. So you see that all the chunks right there, and there it goes. So at night it will change on her. All right, you guys. There's a frame. You were going. It's actually silver shadings on some things. I'll show you the. Oh, there's a house. There's my door to my house. Let me show you guys this. All right, so that's what it looks like when you shut off the light at night. So, from far away. Is it far away? You guys can see it from far away. All right, and you see the purple actually became that glass right there. It's all glass. The pink is the only thing that's showing. The black comes out, so you see her accents, her glasses, her hair. Then there you go. All right, and this is a silver. Oh, you guys can see it. Sorry about the. Try to come in closer. You guys can see the silver on there. It's all silver on there, so. Like I said, sorry about, that's kind of my house in here. All right, so you guys can see that's the door to my house. Sorry about the mess. I just gotta work on this. Try to get this more back to where it was. Yep. All right, guys. We're gonna be finishing here pretty soon. Miss Potenza, thank you for joining me tonight. It meant a lot to have you here. So this painting, I will be doing some more stuff real quick with it. Answer a couple more questions. And adding more glass. I love adding a lot of glass. But yes, there is silver shavings on here. So I put silver. I will do pictures and put an upload picture. You guys follow me on Facebook, on Instagram. On Facebook, under A.Melo, I have a private page. Also, my website for Miss Potenza. Can you give me your? Can somebody give me her website, please, so people can follow her music? I always forget. I'm not good with websites, so I'm just